You're watching Netrush Report, your home for everything tennis. The big wins, the shocking losses, and the unforgettable moments in between. If you live for the stories behind the stars, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the rush. The Shanghai Masters is one of the most prestigious ATP Masters 1000 tournaments on the calendar. With its late-season placement, it often serves as a final chance for players to make statements ahead of the ATP finals. Stars like Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, and Novak Djokovic will headline the event this year. But one big name missing from that draw is Grigor Dimitrov. The 34-year-old Bulgarian has decided against making the long trip to China, citing that his body is still not ready for the grind of top-level competition. His absence is especially painful for fans, considering his past history in Shanghai. In 2023, he produced one of his best performances in years, upsetting Carlos Alcaraz before falling in the semifinals to Andrei Rublev. But this year, the courts in Shanghai will have to make do without him. And the truth is, this isn't just about missing one tournament. This is about the brutal, ongoing story of Grigor Dimitrov's body betraying him at the worst possible moments. Dimitrov's reputation as injury-prone isn't some throwaway label. It's a reality backed by numbers and painful memories. No one in the Open era has retired mid-match at Grand Slam events more than Dimitrov. 10 times. 10 heartbreaking moments where his fans, his opponents, and the tennis world collectively watched his body force him off the court. And it's not just about quantity, it's about timing. Dimitrov's injuries have often come when he seemed ready to climb again, ready to remind the world of the talent that once had him ranked world number 3. Take Wimbledon 2024. Facing Daniil Medvedev, Dimitrov looked sharp in the early stages, but was forced to retire down 5-3 in the first set with a groin injury. Fast forward to the US Open that same year, and he engaged in a thrilling contest with Frances Tiafoe before retiring in the fourth set, exhausted and physically compromised. The pattern continued into 2025. The Australian Open saw him quit mid-match against Francesco Passaro with a hip issue. In Dubai, he retired again while trailing Christopher O'Connell. At Roland Garros, he exited in agony during a first-round clash against Ethan Quinn, undone by a thigh injury. And then came Wimbledon 2025. Wimbledon has always held a special place in Dimitrov's career. He made the semifinals there in 2014, his breakout season, and has always relished the grass courts with his fluid style. But this year, Wimbledon turned into a nightmare. Against world number 1 Jannik Sinner, Dimitrov rolled back the years. He played vintage tennis, mixing slices, drop shots, and one-handed backhands with the aggression of a man who refused to be written off. He stunned the crowd by going 2 sets to love up against Sinner, the reigning force of men's tennis. But then disaster. Serving at 2-2 in the third set, Dimitrov crumpled. His pectoral muscle gave out, sending shockwaves of pain through his body. He fell to the grass, clutching his chest. Fans at center court rose in concern, while Sinner himself crossed the net to check on his opponent. It was the kind of moment that transcends sport, a reminder of just how cruel the game can be. Since that day, Dimitrov hasn't played a single professional match. And now, with Shanghai off the table, his 2025 season looks like it may have ended months ago. Here's the tough reality. Dimitrov is 34 years old. The clock is ticking, and his body is breaking down in ways that no training regimen or sports science miracle seems able to fully fix. Yes, he still has the talent. His game remains one of the most aesthetically pleasing on tour. The one-handed backhand, the silky movement, the creativity, all of it still captivates crowds. But talent alone doesn't win in a sport this brutal. What fans and analysts alike are asking is, how much longer can Dimitrov keep doing this? How many more withdrawals, how many more retirements mid-match, before he decides enough is enough? When you look at his peers, players like Novak Djokovic, Andy Murray, or Stan Wawrinka, you see different versions of aging warriors. Djokovic remains dominant. Murray, despite his own injury battles, has squeezed every last drop out of his career. Wawrinka, too, has refused to let go. But Dimitrov's story feels different. It feels like a player whose body just won't allow him the chance to script his own ending. Interestingly, Dimitrov's current struggles mirror those of another beloved star, Matteo Berrettini. The Italian has been sidelined repeatedly in recent years, and even Italian greats have admitted it may be near impossible for him to ever return to the very top. For Dimitrov, the parallels are striking. Both players are immensely talented, both are adored by fans, and both have become tragic figures in tennis because their bodies simply cannot handle the relentless demands of the sport. The Shanghai Masters will still feature plenty of star power. Alcaraz will be there, looking to cement his position as the face of the next generation. Sinner arrives as the reigning Wimbledon champion. Djokovic, still pushing back against Father Time, will be aiming to add yet another Masters 1000 trophy to his cabinet. But without Dimitrov, the tournament loses a little bit of flair, a little bit of artistry. Because when Dimitrov is on, when his body lets him play, he brings something few others can, an elegance that makes tennis look effortless. And that absence will be felt. The big question now, when will Dimitrov return? The ATP season is winding down. After Shanghai, there's Paris-Bercy, then the ATP finals for the Elite Eight. Given his current condition, it's unlikely we'll see him before 2026. That means another long layoff. Another off-season of rehab, recovery, and rebuilding. And it means that fans, once again, will be left waiting, hoping, and wondering if the next comeback will be the one that sticks. For Dimitrov, the decision will soon come down to how much fight he has left. Does he still believe he can mount one last charge? Or will the weight of injuries force him to consider retirement sooner than he ever wanted? This story isn't just about stats and schedules. It's about emotion. Dimitrov has always been more than just a tennis player. He's been a heartthrob, a stylist, a player who captured the imagination of fans across the world. His rivalries, his relationships, his flair on court, they've all made him one of the sport's most beloved figures. And that's why his struggles cut so deep. Because fans aren't just losing a player, they're losing an artist. So here we are. Grigor Dimitrov's 2025 season, once full of promise, has been derailed yet again. His withdrawal from the Shanghai Masters is more than just another missed tournament. It's a sobering reminder of the fragility of a career defined by both brilliance and heartbreak. Do you think Dimitrov has one last comeback left in him? Or is this the beginning of the end for the Bulgarian maestro? Let us know in the comments below that you've been watching Netrush Report, the channel where tennis lives, breathes, and tells its stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stories on tour. Until next time, keep your eyes on the court and your heart in the game.